There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. Yes!
That would be 92.
Yeah, that was a layup for you.
And James Fraschilla joins us now on the Little Caesars Hot and Ready Hotline. And you know what's sad about this, Todd?
Probably wasn't born yet.
Of course he wasn't born yet, which is, it's sad. That's sad to me. I look at myself as basically like a year older than a guy like James. And apparently I'm not. James, I remember exactly where I was for that shot, and you weren't born. So that sucks. That sucks for me. Not for you.
I was born in June of '92.
Were you? So right after that. So you were in your mama's belly. How about that?
I was.
Good deal. How are you, man? Yeah, I mean, we're here to talk about your video, and we will here in just a little bit. But how are you from first from a health standpoint? Because I'm sitting there in Kansas City. I saw you. We talked for a minute in the lobby, and you got a boot on your. No one ever reports the James Fraschilla injury.
They don't. I don't think people care about that. But I'm doing all right. What happened? Well, I'll give you this. I've been getting beat up and hurt for the last 4 years. So my sophomore year, I had a back injury that followed me for a year or two. And then this past January, I rolled my ankle in practice and tried to come back from it about a week later, re-rolled it, kind of sat up a little bit. And then with a sprained ankle, the thing is you're more likely to keep spraining it if you keep playing on it. So I guess I re-sprained it in Kansas City, had a boot on, but got the okay from Alex Brown, our trainer, out of the boot. So everything's good.
So, and you weren't on. I'm looking forward to holding back guy and everything, and you weren't even on the bench, were you? I mean, are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the bench for this?
I'm not sure. That's a decision from higher up. So, not really sure. Yeah, unfortunately.
Fraschilla. Oh,
I know.
So does that? How does that make you feel if you don't?
It's tough, but it's out of my control. But if you don't see me there, I'll definitely be behind the bench, going crazy. So it's out of my control, but I wish I could be there.
I imagine. Now, from a mental standpoint, how is this week for you? Like, are you? Explain your emotions. Nervous? I mean, how much of this is nervousness right now? You're 24 hours from playing. Your nervousness level is at what?
Well, I'll kind of speak to you from the standpoint of the team. I don't think anyone's really nervous. I think this is our third straight year to make the tournament. Last 2 years, we got bounced early. We got a favorable seed. Albany's a good team, but I think the mindset right now is kind of anxious in a good way. I think everyone's ready to get out there and kind of get past the first round for the first time. So I think everyone's excited. They're ready. We're heading out to practice here in about an hour at Columbus. I think we're just kind of ready to hit the court tomorrow.
Wait a minute, James. You gave me the team speech there. No, I'm talking about you. You are so good with this damn media stuff. It makes me sick. I can't stand it.
I'm excited. I can honestly say that there's no nervousness at all. But I'm really ready to kind of get the team out there and kind of see what we can do, because we had a tough loss to Iowa State, but before that, we were on a roll. We won 8 of our last 11 or whatever that was in the end of the Big 12. We had a good win against Kansas, so we know we're one of the best teams in the country. I think that the tournament committee thought we were one of the best teams in the country, giving us a 3 seed. So I think I'm just ready for our guys to go out there and kind of show that to the country, because I think from a Big 12 standpoint, Big 12 fans know we're good. We know we're good, but I don't know how much the rest of the country is going to play. So I'm just kind of ready to go out there and kind of prove that to the rest of the country.
All right, let's get to your trick shot video. Let's be honest. How much did you have to pay Brent Musburger to get him to appear in this video?
That was pretty cool.
I was lucky enough. I got that for free, and I hope it's on an extra benefit, because, and even if it is, I'm done here in a couple weeks anyway, so I don't really care. But he was nice enough to do that for free. That was big time, and he made me seem a little too conceited with all those comments, and so I had to get my Gonzaga friends in there to kind of put me in my place. I had them film something, and we put that in right before the video started. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Give everybody, is there an address, a web address, like an easy address that we can get to the video from?
You know what? I thought about that a few days ago, And for the last few years, I haven't done anything with it, but I've owned the domain name, JamesFraschilla.com. And so I already owned it, and so I kind of just forwarded that to the YouTube page.
Beautiful.
If you go JamesFraschilla.com, it takes you right to the YouTube page, and it's not a website or anything.
Beautiful. There it is.
I own the domain name, so I kind of just forwarded it to that. So
that's perfect. JamesFraschilla.com. Check out this video, and we'll get to more of just exactly who it benefits and all of that stuff here in just a second. You would say the amount, this is a 3-minute and 55-second video. James Fraschilla would estimate that the amount of total man hours from shots to shot attempts to video editing after it's all done amounted to what?
I'm going to probably go ahead and give you a number. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say 12 to 14.
That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be.
No, and that's not as bad a number as it's been in the past, because this is more. No, I'm gonna up that number. I'd say 18. There was about 2 or 3 shots that I had done last summer in the fall that I kind of put on my computer and kind of forgot about. And then come winter break, come the January, February, I didn't think I was gonna get it done, and I kind of thought about it, and I talked to Dari. I promised Dari there's gonna be a 4th video. So I kind of just forced myself to get up and finish it, and a good friend of mine, Daniel Harper, one of the other walk-ons on the team, he helped me a ton with it. So we ended up getting it done. A little bit of it was done last year, but we finished it probably the last 4 weeks, I'd say, just bits and pieces at a time. But yeah, probably 18, 20 hours in total.
James Fraschilla with us on the Little Caesars Hot and Ready Hotline on 107.7 The Franchise, Oklahoma Sooner basketball team, and trick shot artist extraordinaire. Give me the one video or the one shot that people say looks hard and you thought was fairly easy or easier than everybody. Like the easiness to everyone thinks it's hard ratio was just through the roof.
Oh, man, I got to think. I'm trying to think of all the shots, because I tried to not let myself watch the video the last 3 days since it's been out, because I watched it so many times before that editing. There was one where I'm laying on the ground, and my back is to the basket. I'm at half court. Daniel throws me the ball over my head, and I catch it and then fire it backwards from half court into the hoop. And the thing about that is I'm trying to catch the ball first over my head. I try to make that look cool. I don't think anybody really appreciated that, because I missed that catch like 30 times. So we couldn't even attempt the shot like 30 times because I missed the ball. So that was probably tough, because that wasn't even part of the shot, and that we messed up 30 times just trying to catch the ball on the pass. So
you ever gotten one of these on the first shot?
No way.
You know what? And I don't know if you guys know who this is, but there's a guy in there named Hoodie Allen. He's a rapper. He's more at this point he's more like the 16 to 18-year-old girl crowd. That's his main crowd. But I became a fan of his a few years ago, listening to his music. But I actually got him to do a shot last summer. He was on tour, and I was in Dallas. He had a show at the House of Blues. I brought a basket down there in a pickup truck with a couple of my friends. And he's a good friend of mine. We were sitting on the top of his tour bus, and he shot it from his tour bus across the street into the basket, and it was on the first try. Like we were going down there expecting this to take 30 minutes. He took out a whole chunk of time before sound check to do the shot, and he nailed it on the first try. And I'd never done that before, but this last video he got it done for me. So that was on the first try, and that was super impressive.
James Fraschilla on 107.7 The Franchise. All right, last one for me. The shot that just took you way too long and it should have never taken that long was what?
You see the one where I spin the ball on my finger from half court and then kind of punch it in?
Yes, I love that one. Did that take forever?
It took forever, and what happened was I was up at the gym one night. This might have been over winter break. I can't remember. So I didn't really have much going on, and Daniel had to leave somewhere. So I kept trying the shot. I had no read on her, So I would miss the shot, and it would go into the tunnel.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to go jog. I had to jog 150 feet to go get the ball and run back. But I got a ton of exercise in that night. I had no rebounder. And the thing about these shots is, like, when you're doing these and you know you're filming them, regardless of how tough it is, you don't want to leave the gym until you get the shot because it's more of a pride thing. So in my head, I was like, I'm not leaving the gym until I get this shot. So that's forever. It's like 45 minutes, and I had no rebounder, so I was jogging back and forth. But, you know, it ended up looking pretty cool on camera, so I'm glad I got it done. James
Fraschilla is our guest, and we'll tell everyone here before we let you go where they can find your trick shot video, which, by the way, I have to mention benefits Hayden's Hope as well. James, I have to ask you, Zach McCrite and I have challenged Lon Kruger and Steve Henson to a 3-point shootout. Our chances are what?
Yeah,
0?
You don't know. He doesn't know how we shoot, though. That's the problem. He doesn't know how big of a sharp.
Just think of
we're
two
just sharp shooters.
Super athletic radio guys. Just generic athletic radio guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless of who is challenging Coach and Coach Henson, I'm going to give the chances at less than 1%. I'm going to go because. And I've seen Coach shoot. Coach's range may not be what it used to be, but Coach Henson, he can not pick a ball up for 2 weeks and then go out and beat any one of us in the 3-point contest. He's absolutely incredible. And Coach Henson, he led the nation at one point in free throw percentage when he was in college. But from 3-point, he's absolutely deadly. So even if it was one of us on the team, it would not be a very high percentage.
Yeah. Well, I led Luther High School in 1999 in free throw percentage.
Do you know who we are, James? Apparently not. You don't know who we are. No, I'm kidding. All right.
It's funny. Lon Kruger said, he goes, as long as Steve Henson's on my team, we'll take you. That's what Lon Kruger said.
That's right.
Exactly.
All right. You do it. You do it. Give everybody the plug and tell people what they need to know about this.
Okay. Well, this is the fourth video I've done, fourth trick shot video for Hayden. And basically what Hayden's Hope is, it's an organization. It was founded by Dari Noka, who I'm sure you guys know and everyone knows. He was formerly with ESPN. He's still with ESPN. He's with the SEC network now. But he's an OU alum. And what Hayden's Hope is, it was founded to raise awareness for pediatric organ donation. Dari and his wife Jen, they lost their infant son Hayden at 39 days old. He was unable to receive a heart transplant, so they started this charity, this foundation, to kind of raise awareness for that. And they also raise money through the Children's Organ Transplant Association. And so you can go to haydenshope.org. You can learn more about it. There's a link to donate to Hayden's Hope, and all the money goes towards families and kids kind of going through this process of trying to find a donor, a transplant. So it's a really good organization. I kind of found out about it my freshman year. Talked to Dari, he was on board, so I've been implementing that into all these videos, trying to raise awareness, and before this video came out, and I don't know what the views are on this video, but the combined total of views was like 160,000. So
you got 20 already on this one.
Wow, yeah. So I wanted to use those views kind of like if all these people are going to be watching, I'm not trying to make it all about myself. So if I'm going to get 100,000 views on something, I want people to see something they can make a difference. And support. And so I think last year the video helped bring in over $4,000 in the 3 weeks we tracked it. So I'm hoping this video will bring in a little bit more. But it's a great organization if you want to check it out. It's haydenshope.org, and you can learn more about it there.
Well, that's very cool. And just go to jamesfraschilla.com. There's a link in the comments. There's a link to the Hayden's Hope website and stuff, and that's very cool. There are not many your age that would think of doing anything like this, but Ryan Spangler, Buddy Heel, Dari Noka, Brent Musburger,
Hoodie
Allen, Tim Tebow. I mean, the list goes on. Bob Stoops. I mean, everybody. Eric Stryker, Baker Mayfield, Samaje P. Ryan. They're all making cameos in this. So check it out at jamesfraschilla.com.
All right, James. Before we let you go, one more syllable. Zach likes to end interviews like this, so I'm going to play Zach for a minute. One more syllable from you. Oklahoma. I know you filled out a bracket. Don't act like you didn't. Oklahoma beats who in the national championship game?
I'm gonna have to say Kentucky. I have Kentucky coming out of their bracket and out of their side. So I would love to match up against Kentucky. I think it'd be a blast. I think it'd be a great shot to get a win there. But I don't see Kentucky losing before the national championship. Of course,
Good talking to you, James. Congratulations with everything, and good luck this week.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, buddy. James Fraschilla on the Little Caesars Hot and Ready Hotline on 107.7 The Franchise.